Hello and welcome to the Lord of the Rings The Living Card Game Progression Series. This is the first quest in the first Hobbit Saga expansion. The Saga expansion is called Over and Underhill, and the quest is called We Must Away Ere Break of Day. This is sort of the first time this game introduced a light campaign format. Thematically, we're supposed to take basically the same six Hobbit era characters through 6 Hobbit quests here. So we have I've already shown you the new player cards in this expansion set, and I've showed you the decks I'm going to use in a separate video, which I'll leave a link to in the description box, as well as I'll leave a link to this video in that video's description box. And every time I do a quest from now on, I'm in 2 different videos. One explaining the decks and new cards in the new cards in the expansion, the decks I'm going to use for the quest, and then one just to do the quest. So this is getting right into it then. So we're going to shuffle our decks up here and draw our opening hands. I'm down with that. Then over here, that's fine by me. Okay, we're going to shuffle this up. We're going to do this here. An unexpected party. The wizard Gandalf has chosen Bilbo Baggins to join Thorin and company, or Dane and company in our case, on their quest to Lonely Mountain. Remove and shuffle the 7 sack cards in the sack deck and set it aside face down. So that's going to be our second encounter deck here. Remove the 3 troll enemies in the troll cave and put them aside out of play. They're not in play right now. Shuffle the encounter deck. Each player reveals 1 card from the encounter deck. Discard all non-treasure, non-objective attachments in play. That's fine. That whiffs. Win, Whipped Rain, and Lone Lands. Okay, we're going to flip this over, read some flavor text. 7 quest points. At first they passed through Hobbit lands, a wild, respectable country inhabited by decent folk, with good roads, an inn or two, and now and then a dwarf or a farmer ambling by on business. Then they came to lands where people spoke strangely and sang songs Bilbo had never heard before. Okay, so now let's get the first round started. We're going to draw our cards, we're going to get our resources. Okay, so the key is to stay on this for a few rounds and build up. So I'm going to, but since we've already seen one of our attachment discards, there's only 1 more in here, I'm going to go ahead and play the Steward of Gondor early. I'm going to exhaust Dane. I'm going to play We Are Not Idle. Exhaust X dwarf character is going to be Dane to add X resources to a hero's resource pool and draw 1 card. Okay, do it to Dane's own and draw a card. Now the reason I'm doing that is because I want to kind of as long as he's standing, all these guys' willpower goes down. Goes up, excuse me. He gives everybody 1 willpower, 1 attack while he's standing. I don't want them to quest for that much this turn. I want them to underquest so we can stay on this card. So now we're going to spend 2 and play Steward of Gondor on Dwalin. Exhaust it. Give him 2 resources. That's what that does. Then I'm going to just spend this to draw a card. Well, you know what? Let's exhaust Dwalin and Nori to give him 2 resources and draw a card. We are not idle. Okay? And that's all I'm going to do over here. Over here, I'm going to play this guy. Oh, sorry, this one. Gleowine for 2 lore. And we're going to have the second player draw a card. Alright? And then I'm going to trigger this guy's ability, pay 1 resource to add a resource to him. It's going to give us some smoothing there. That's all I'm going to do. Now we're going to go questing. We're going to quest for 8 up against 2. Let's quest for 5. There's a lot of treacheries in this. We're going to quest for 5. Maybe we'll quest for 6 with Bilbo just to make it even. 6, that's fair. Troll key, that's going to stay up there. And 2. So we made 3 progress. So it's 3 against 6. We made 3 progress. Let's go ahead and travel here. Okay, everything's working out great so far. Okay, we're going to refresh. And refresh. Next round. Next round. We're going to pay 1 off Nori, give it to Bifur. We're going to exhaust him to have the second player draw a card. There's our cram. We're going to save that. Over here, we're going to exhaust this, give him 2 resources. And that's all. Okay, let's go questing. Guys, did I do the math? Dane was down, so we're actually only quested for 4. We actually only quested for 4 that round, which means we would have only made 1 progress. Even better, because Dane was down. Quested with 1. He's over here now. Past the first player. That's last round we quested with these 3 guys. I counted them as though Dane was giving them a willpower boost, but he wasn't, because he was exhausted. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. There was 3 up there. We only did 1 progress, which is even better. Okay, now we're gonna quest for 6 again. I think this time we'll throw in Bifur. So we'll quest for 9. See what we get. Doom 2. Lots or none at all. There's no troll enemies, so it's doomed 2. If there was a troll enemy, it would be sacked 1. Raise our threat by 2 each. Alright. So we quested for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, up against 3, that's 6 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everything's going great so far. Let's go ahead and travel to the Hobbit Lands. Okay, we're going to refresh. And we're going to refresh again. Pass him over. Do our Steward of Gondor. Oh! Yeah, we can do that in the refresh phase too. Now we're going to go to the next round. Boom. Boom. And we'll have the first player draw a card with Gleowine. Nice. Good stuff. Well, as long as we don't get hit on the Baggins resources, I think we're going to be fine. We need to find a test of will quickly for that reason. And for that reason, I am going to play her and exhaust and look at the top 5 cards in my deck. Arrange them in any order. I can already tell you the order. That's going to be the order. Okay. No test of will coming, which is a sad day for me because I might get hit with Baggins resources. There's 1 treachery in here that discards all your Baggins resources. Okay. We're going to leave that there. Alright, over here, we'll play Protector of Lorien on Nori. I think that's a safe bet. But I have more cards I want to discard over here. So let's actually play it on Thalin. And we can give him a cram and he can do a defense. That's fine. We'll take one off of him, put it on Bifur again. That's going to be it. So, let's go questing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, just 6. Doom 2. Lots or none at all. Discard all baggage resources. Hey, I'd rather have it now than later. But we might get it again later when it gets shuffled in, so that's going to be a disaster. Okay, so we went with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up against 2. It's 4 progress. 1, and then there's going to be 2, 3, 4. Oh, that is going to be enough to beat it. First player draws a card here. When this is, when this is defeated. Which is actually going to save us to reduce our threat. And then we'll travel here. Well, excuse me. This happens first. Roast mutton. Obviously, trolls. Even Bilbo, in spite of his sheltered life, could see that from the great heavy faces of them, and their size and the shape of their legs, not to mention their language, which was not drawing room fashion at all. It's from The Hobbit. Set aside the 3... take the 3 set-aside troll enemies in the troll cave and put them in the staging area. Add them to the staging area. And then as soon as that happens, the troll key is going to attach to one. We're going to attach it to the lowest engagement cost dwarf. Okay. Shuffle the encounter discard pile back in the encounter deck. Okay. If there are no troll enemies left in play, or if there's no cards left in the encounter deck, advance to the next stage. Anytime players would place progress tokens on the quest, discard an equal number of cards from the encounter deck instead. Progress is still placed in the active location first. So this is thematic. It's supposed to be like the sun's coming up and it's going to freeze them all. Again, it's not hard to beat this quest. It's hard to get the treasures. That's what we're trying to do. And you need the troll key to do that. Okay, let's travel to the Lone Lands. And then I guess we're going to get engaged with 2 trolls here, aren't we? I hate to do that, though. So here's what we're going to do. In the travel phase, we're going to take an action. We're going to play Sneak Attack, play Gandalf, put 1 ally into play in the travel phase, and then we're going to lower our threat by 5. I'm going to buy us some time. It's still worth it. I know I don't get to defend with him, but it's still worth it. So now we're going to, this guy's going to come down. We're going to engage him. I almost want to engage him on this side, but we're not going to. Engage him here. And he sacks 1 when he engages you. Let's make sure we shuffle that up. Of course, attached to the character excluding Gandalf for the highest printed defense without a sack card. So there goes our defender. Alright, fair enough. Well, at least we have shadow cancellation, so that won't matter. At least one time it won't matter. We'll defend with Nori. What the hell did I just do? I accidentally discarded him. I was trying to deal a shadow card. Okay. So shadow card. Nori 2 defense. He's going to take 3 damage plus whatever's on here. Defending character gets -1. That's a shadow effect. We definitely have to cancel it. I hate to just... That keeps Nori alive. That is job. 3 damage. Dwalin's going to attack for 3. He's going to do 1 damage. You can only attack with 1 character at a time as long as he's in play. They can't get take damage if they're not engaged with players as long as he's in play, and they can't have... we can't play attachments on them as long as he's in play. So that's 1 damage. I would be able to use Bilbo. I should have kept Bilbo back Because as soon as you damage a dwarf, you can exhaust Bilbo and claim this objective. That's okay. Alright. That's going to be the end round. We have to raise our threat by 1 to make sure he doesn't go back to the staging area due to his forced effect. And he'll keep sacking you. So we're going to raise our threat by 1. We're going to refresh. We're going to refresh. We're going to go to a new round. And I think things are definitely going to be okay now. Alright, we're going to pay 1 here. Put it here. We're going to have this guy have the second player draw a card. It's another shadow cancellation. We're going to use the Steward of Gondor. Okay. Only thing that would suck now is if we get the Baggins, the one card that discards all Baggins resources. That would be a disaster. I'm ready for this Horn of Gondor. I don't even care if it gets discarded. We're going to do it. I'm also going to play the Eagle. Well, no, we're not going to play the Eagle. We'll play this dwarf. Okay. And this dwarf. Now we have 5 dwarfs, so they'll be drawing an extra card every turn. Okay, over here I'm going to use Enlarge Stargazer and look at the top 5. Okay. We'll do it this way. Okay, I'm going to spend 3 on this guy. When I play a dwarf from my hand, I lower my threat by 1. After you play him from your hand, search your deck for Feely and put him into play. I should have done it in larger Stargazer second, but either way, I kind of want to get those 5 cards off the top of my deck anyway, so. Okay, he does not reduce my threat with him because I didn't play him from my hand. We'll give that a shuffle. Spend 2 on her. And then that's all I'm going to do. Over there. We'll play Cram. No, we won't. No Cram. Okay. I should play 1 more defender over here, though. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're going to give Sentinel and +1 defense to this guy. Okay. First card. I have to remember to do that every round. Second card. Ooh, got me. First player chooses a troll enemy in the staging area and engages that enemy. Well, we're definitely going to pick Tom. He's going to sack 1. Attach to the character excluding Gandalf with the highest printed hit points without a sacked card attached. Okay, so 4 there. I think we're going to put that on Nori. He's just going to be out of the fight for a while. Okay. 4. We could put it on him, but he's not damaged yet. So he is committed to this quest, but he can't commit to another one. So these 2 guys have sacks. Sacks. Okay. That's 2 cards, so 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 on the quest. 6 up here. That's 7 progress. 1, 2, 3. Then there's going to be 4 that get discarded off here. After placing one or more progress tokens on lone lands, each player removes 1 resource from one of his hero's resource pools if able. And then Bilbo Baggins is going to gain a resource after it leaves play. Its explored location. It's cool. And then 4 cards, 4 progress. Okay. It's always good to know what's in here. So one of those. Okay, we're going to give each one of these guys a shadow card. He's a sentinel. He's going to block here. I guess we should travel here too, shouldn't we? Let's go ahead and travel there. Sentinel, so he'll block. Shuffle this card into the encounter deck. And he's going to be destroyed, which is going to trigger Horn of Gondor. And this guy will block here. And he's going to be destroyed, which is going to trigger Horn of Gondor. And now we will attack. Let's spend 1 to ready a dwarf. Attack for 3 here, deal 1 damage. And we'll attack for 3 here, deal 1 damage. First player is going to exhaust Bilbo to claim that damn troll key. Maybe we get away with the treasures after all. Discard shadow cards. Okay, we both have to raise their threats by 1 to prevent them from going back to the staging area. Everyone readies. He stays down because he's sacked. Go to a new round. Awesome. I was hoping for that. Now, in the planning phase, this is still, or excuse me, in the resource phase, that's where we're at. Do 2 here. I'm going to have these guys draw a card. I'm going to use We Are Not Idle to draw another card. This is all in the resource phase, by the way. Okay, and he's over here. In the resource phase, I'm going to sneak attack Gandalf. He's going to come down. He's going to do 4 damage. Okay, he's going to come back in the resource phase. Now we're going to go to the planning phase. I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's supposed to spend 2 more. Okay, I'm going to deal 4 more damage to this guy. That's going to destroy him. He's going to go to the victory display. Okay. I'm going to play Cram on this guy. Well, that's not really necessary, is it? Yeah, it's not really necessary. We'll look at our top 5. That's how we'll do it. Okay. I think these guys are safe from enemies this turn. We need another Baggins resource though. That's what we need. 2 more before we get wiped. And we're definitely going to play this on him. Now that the other troll is gone, we can forest snare him. We'll still have to raise our threat by 1. But I'm not worried about him anymore. Unless we get the attachment discard, which would be a shame. That's why we're going to keep him in our hand. And think we'll play the healer. Okay, and we'll heal this guy for 1. Heal, not. Then we'll spend 2 to ready him. We'll heal him for another 1. We'll spend 2 to ready him. And we'll heal him for another 1. Okay. And then we'll pull 1 off here and put it on here. Actually, we'll pull 1 off here. Put it on there. Okay, that'll do it. So we're going to go questing. I'm going to quest hard this round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. I just realized I could possibly get the one that pulls him down. So one of these. There's like 1 or 2 more of those. So I'm going to leave Gandalf up. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 14 it is. First card. Doomed one. Place the top X cards in the counter discard pile on the bottom and counter deck twice numbers of players in the game. So 4. Okay. A nice pickle. Second card. Deal 1 damage to each ally, 2 if there's a troll enemy in the staging area. That's what I figured. Alright. Well, I'm glad I healed up with this guy's whenever I could. Alright, so dead, 2, dead, 2. And that would have taken out 5. So we trigger the Horn of Gondor 5 times. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I forgot to do my, technically I can't skip this, so it's, if you control at least 5 dwarf characters, you draw an additional card. I didn't do that this turn. I did draw, I need to draw an additional card. I may have missed it one other round, but I think I played those 2 dwarves last round, so that would have meant that this round I draw the additional card. But if I missed it one round, that's on me. So 12 up against 5, 7 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. He's going to get a shadow. Did it again. He's going to get a shadow card. He's got 1 damage on him. He's not going to attack. It's just going to get discarded. We raise our threat by 1 so he doesn't go back up there. Yeah. Gandalf leaves play at the end of the round. We refresh. We refresh. We go to a new round. Go to a new round, and I don't draw an extra card now because I don't control 5 dwarves anymore. I'm going to use this. He stays down. Okay. He's over here. We didn't have quite enough to travel there. We need 1 more, and I can't get Baggins. I can't get Bagginsed. Put it that way. And I don't have any test of will, so that's might be a disaster. Gonna spend 1 on Song of Kings. Let's make sure they're not playing anything. I don't think they are. We'll just play one of those eagles, and then we'll play one of these eagles. Okay. And we'll just play one more dwarf. Okay. Over here. Play the Song of Kings on him, and then spend 2, 3 to play this dwarf. Lower our threat by 1 when we play a dwarf from our hand. And then we'll play 1 safe ally just to be safe there. Okay. So, questing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm not going to trigger his response. Deal 2 damage to each ally in play. So those 2 are dead. That's Horn of Gondor twice. These guys are dead. It's Horn of Gondor 3 times. And he's got 2 on him. As long as this ain't the Baggins sphere thing, I think we're okay. Crow, that's what I needed. Thalin kills it immediately. Okay. Before it does anything. That's what Thalin does. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up against 3, 4, 5. That's 5 progress. Oh, that gets attached to a dwarf. When it's discarded, it goes to the staging area. When it's in the staging area, it gets attached to a dwarf of your choice. And let me make sure that we... 1 more. Okay. He gets a shadow card. I did it again, guys. Okay. Wrong. I need to learn these hotkeys better. So he's got the purse. He's got that. He gets a shadow card. Okay. Well. Oh, and I forgot to travel. Spend 5. Oh, no. I only had 4. Need 1 more to travel there. He's not going to attack. We're going to ditch this. I'm going to spend 1 so he doesn't go back to staging area. We're going to refresh. We're going to refresh. And next round. Next round. Okay. I think we got it. As long, let's see, there's like 30 cards in here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're fine. As long as we don't make too much progress, we have it. So I'm going to go Steward of Gondor. We're going to go... There's 1 more attachment discard in there. And 2 more, and 1 more ally wipe. And the Baggins resource discard is already... We've taken care of it. More like a grocer. That's a really, really nasty treachery. There's only 1 of them in there. Okay, so we'll play just an insurance ally, and we'll play cram on this dude. I don't really care if this stuff gets discarded at this point because I think we have it at this point. Okay, and then over here we'll play this dude. We're gonna have the first player draw a card. Okay, and then we're gonna play this guy. Then we're going to play this guy. And we got our 5 dwarves again. He's going to return the topmost attachment in any discard pile to its owner's hand. There's none in there. There's none in there. Oh, we haven't played any attachments yet. Oh well, I still want the 5 dwarves for the card draw, so it's fine. Okay. I wish I could lower my threat over here, but we're not going to be able to. We're going to get sacked 2 this round because he's going to come down, which is fine with me. Okay, let's make sure we don't over-quest. So we're going to quest for... He should be down, by the way. We're going to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's fine. 8's good. Doom 2. Oh wait, no. Sack 1. Because there's a troll enemy in the staging area. Lots or none at all. Highest printed willpower besides Gandalf. Well, who's got the highest printed willpower? Guess that'd be this dude. Okay. Again, that's not a factor right now. Hobbit lands. Okay. So there's 6 up here, and we made 2 progress, questing for 8. 7 left, so we're definitely going to win. We are going to travel to the troll cave, spend 5. Okay. He's going to make engagement checks, come down here, and then we're going to sack 2. Lots of sacks going out. With the most attachments without a sack. So that's Thalin. No, that's... Could be Thalin or Dwalin. I think we're going to go with Dwalin. And then, yeah, none of these are really a factor at this point. Most resources without a sacked. So that's this guy. So we got 4. All of our dwarves are sacked except for Thalin. Oops. That goes here. Okay. Shadow cards. And as long as there's not... We have 1 shadow cancellation. It should be okay. We're going to defend with this guy. Here. Yep, he's going to die. He's going to trigger the Horn of Gondor. I can't trigger any effects on Bifur because this, but I can trigger the effect on the attachment that targets the resource pool. Okay, and then if it deals 1 damage, this gets shuffled into the encounter deck, which I'm fine with. Okay, then this is discarded with no effect. Not discarded there, discarded here. Okay. Okay, these guys are going to raise the threat by 2 so they don't go back to the staging area. Then we're going to refresh. And then this guy is going to refresh, and these guys are staying down. I'm going to go to a new round. Go to a new round. These are passive effects, so I have 5 dwarves, so I draw an extra card. Perfect. I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3 to put a snare on this guy. I'm going to spend 1, or exhaust him to have a second player draw a card. Do the Steward of Gondor. And we're about to get out of here. Alright. Spend 1, 2, 3 to play him. I don't reduce my threat because he's got a sacked, so I can't do that. And if I did that once on accident, that's my fault. But I don't think I did. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this guy in play from the discard pile. We're going to spend 3. Do that. And we'll do it again to another. Any more high willpower dwarves in any discard pile. That'd be nice. Sure. This guy. Stand and fight. Okay. Well, I guess I shouldn't do him because then I'd have to go any player will trigger that effect. It doesn't have any player can trigger his effect, so we're going to actually go 2, for Arwen. Okay. And we'll play Cram on this dude. Now we're going to quest our butts off here. So we're going to go questing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, he can't do anything. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. She's going to make this guy, she's going to make this guy a Sentinel +1. Okay, 14 going. Ooh, deal 1 damage to each ally. Well, that's okay, because there's no doors in staging area, so it is just 1. So he's dead. He stays alive. He stays alive. She stays alive. We trigger the Horn of Gondor once for the guy that died. He actually does die. Trigger the Horn of Gondor again, and then they just take 1. Second card. Hey, look at that. Thalin kills it. So now we have, and then let's play, just for good measure, let's play 2 of these. Untroubled by Darkness, every dwarf gets +1 willpower. 2 if it's underground, it's not underground. Probably want to take these out of my deck if there's no underground locations on here and replace them with something else. So every dwarf gets +2. So 5, 10, 12. Every dwarf gets +3 because of Dane, so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We got 21 going. 1 here, that's 20 progress. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 victory display. And 16 off the top of this. And that's game, guys. So we're going to discard this. The sun rises, it freezes these trolls. Dawn take you all. Dawn take you all and be stoned to you, a set of voice that sounded like William's, but it wasn't. For just that moment the light came over the hill, and there was a mighty twitter in the branches. William never spoke, for he stood turned to stone as he stopped, and Bert and Tom were stuck like rocks as they looked at him. 0 quest points. When revealed, remove all troll enemies and sack cards from the game. If troll caves in the victory display, the players have discovered the treasure cards Sting, Glamdring, and Orchestra. Players have won the game. So we remove him. And it doesn't say add him to the victory display. It says remove him from the game. So we did put 1 troll in the victory display because we killed it. But these we just set aside. These get discarded. All the sack cards get discarded. But you got, I mean, I don't have to go over this. It's basically we freed all the dwarves. Very nice. Those all get shuffled back into their second encounter discard. Okay, so yeah, that's game. So we did discover the treasures. Now, any time that we use these 3 heroes in a deck or these 3 heroes in a deck, we can use these treasure cards, and they are the most important one, Sting, these 3. So both players can put one of these in their deck. We'll probably only put them in, like, we'll probably put, like, you could technically, if like you're playing multiplayer and you guys both have a set of player cards, you know, if you're playing with physical cards, you could both put them in your deck. If you've used those heroes, it's supposed to be like their campaign, they found these treasures. But we're going to probably put them in, if I'm being honest, we're probably just going to put Sting in one and Glamdring, maybe like 2 in one and 1 in the other, so we don't flood the decks too much. And then they're restricted, they get +2 attack. Sting's the most important, I think, because it lets Bilbo sort of turn into direct damage effects, and that really helps with the spiders in on the doorstep. So in the quest Caught in a Web, I think it's called. And then these are good for Battle of 5 Armies. It's really all good to get this stuff for later because you're going to have some harder quests coming up. But it's also good just for the next couple of quests when we have a bunch of goblins running around. It's nice to draw cards and get resources for these. So anyway, that's what we'll probably do. We'll probably put one of these in one player's deck with the magic ring that we're going to get in the next quest, and then we'll put the other 2 in the other player's deck just so we don't flood the decks with too many cards. I think that's how we're going to roll it. Anyway, guys, that's Over and Underhill. Good clean run through. I'm definitely a little more shady on the Saga than I am with the Cycles, but this happened to be a clean run. I don't think I made any mistakes. I may have triggered this guy once when he was sacked, which I shouldn't have done, but it wouldn't have actually changed anything. In the end, my threat would have just been 37. And then I may have missed a card or 2 over here, but I don't think so. These rounds take so long, sometimes it feels like you played 2 rounds, and you can't remember when you're playing, was that 2 rounds or was that 1 round? But I really do think I caught Ori most of the time. I probably missed it a couple times, but again, it doesn't affect anything. I never got a random discard when I should have had like more cards in my hand or whatever. Because if technically, I did miss Ori once or twice, and you're not allowed to miss it because it's a passive effect, you actually technically can't miss it, then perhaps like in some scenario where like I take a random discard, something else might have gotten discarded. But I don't think that ever happened. The only random discard I got was in the beginning of the game before I had 5 dwarfs. So nothing really would have changed other than it would have been like I had more cards in my hand that I chose not to play. And then over here, if I did do this once while he was sacked and triggered that, then I would have just simply had 37 threat instead of 36, which again doesn't affect anything. The highest troll engagement in here is 38. So very clean run. I'm happy with this. I hope the rest of the Hobbit boxes go this smoothly, and I know they won't, and I know Numenor will be even worse. But that was a fun one. I actually like this quest a lot more than I remembered. We'll see you next time.